All right, so you're about to go to MEPS. This is pretty much how my experience went. So I first went to MEPS early November. My recruiter basically said, hey, we have an open spot for you at MEPS. Go to this hotel the night prior, and what you're gonna do is bring minimal luggage. You're gonna wanna pack a toothbrush, dress nice, maybe an extra pair of clothes, but pack super minimal because you're not gonna be allowed to take anything inside MEPS. You could either drive or you could be dropped off. I chose to drive. So I drove to the hotel the previous day around 7 to 8 p.m. and then I checked in. They had dinner for us. Pretty cool. They had like 40 different people around like my age, both younger and older. So after you eat dinner, you go back up to your room. You check in your room, and it really depends on how many people are there. You could either have a roommate or you could be bunked with someone else. In the hotels, pretty nice. They have everything. They have a shower, the beds are clean. And in my case, I actually did have a roommate. He was older than me. I think he was late 20s. He was a cool dude. I talked to him a little bit, and then I went to bed. I woke up at 4 in the morning. I might have some videos that I might be able to play of the morning of. And I showered, got ready, and then both me and my roommate, we went downstairs, ate some breakfast, basic breakfast stuff. They had the eggs, biscuit, toast, they had some fruit and yogurt. It was pretty good. And cool, like hour, no, it was like 45 minutes that we got to eat. Talk to other people, like, oh, what branch you going in? Small talk. After you're done eating, it depends on what you did, whether you drove or, you got dropped off, how you're gonna get to MEPS. So pretty much because I drove, loaded up my stuff in my car, and the rest of the people that didn't drive, they loaded up on the bus. People that did drive started driving to MEPS, which is another 30 minutes away. And because I drove, I followed behind the bus. It was like a cool like 10 of us that all followed behind the giant MEPS bus. It was just pitch black. I'm gonna have some videos.
I be scared from friends on the way, another capitated werewolf loading on band.
So we all followed behind the bus at 4 in the morning. It was pretty freaking cool. Felt like a Call of Duty mission already. We're not even sworn in yet. So we get to the MEPS building. The people that did drive, we park in a parking garage. The people that didn't start unloading from the bus, and everyone lines up single file line at the MEPS building. I was towards the end because, I had to park and get everything situated. We're at the front of the MEPS building, lined up single file line, and we have someone that's already in service guide us in the building, lined up in the main entrance hall, and they were allowing 6 to an elevator. Now we had to go up to like the 3rd floor because that's where they hold MEPS. When we got to that 3rd floor, they had 4 lines of all of us just lined up single file line, and in front of us there was a metal detector. You got to empty your pockets, take off your belt, your backpacks, everything had to go through the metal detector, and it was pretty smooth. And then once we get past that elevator, there was a front desk, which is pretty much where you check in, and they say, oh, you could drop your stuff off at the cubbies, and this is where you put your bags, any of your belongings inside these cubbies. And from there they wanted you to go to your branch that you're actually joining. So they had every branch there. They're kind of like micro offices inside the whole MEPS floor. In my case, I went to the Air Force, checked in. Hey, my name is Noah Salvador. They gave me a sticker that had my name. It was kind of like a checklist for when you get your blood drawn, you get your eyes tested, then you check it off on your tag. That's basically how we kept track of our progress. So first things first, they actually put us all into a room, separated us between the males and the females. There was a dude that was already in the service who came in, and he gave us a brief about what we're going to be doing. Just pretty much do what you got to do, come in and come out, and it'll be smooth. After that, they were kind of like throwing all of us everywhere, just wherever we fit. We didn't like all hit blood at the same time. We all didn't do eyesight at the same time. They just sent us wherever they had room. So all 40 of us, we all started going our separate ways, and it was all in the same building, so we all saw each other all day. But for me, the first thing I did was a breathing test where you had to blow into a little plastic thing to see if your lungs are healthy. So that was the first thing I did. The second one was height and weight. They basically tell you to get in your boxers, stand on like a weighted thing to get your weight, and then they had you stand next to a wall, just like a physical. They got your height and your weight, and it was pretty simple. It was 5 of us, 10 of us that all went to do height and weight at a single time out of the 40. After that, it was blood. It was a quick poke on your bicep forearm-ish right here. This they got a little vial this big of blood. It's super quick. If you're afraid of needles, bro, just look away. It's not bad at all. It's quick. They put a little thing around you so it puts pressure and it stops the bleeding. And then after that, oh yeah, bro, we did the pee. And then after that, we peed in the cup. So after we got the blood drawn, we washed up, and then right outside the blood building was the pee building. I totally forgot about this. If you're clean, you got no worries. If you never smoked, you never done any type of drug, totally clean. And it's you and like 3 other people. In my case, it was 3 other people. We were allowed to talk. And if you're a girl, you gotta go with the girls. If you're a guy, you gotta go with the guys. You're done. We got cleaned up, gave them the pee cup, and they did whatever they did with the pee cup. I don't remember what they did with it. It was super fast, super easy. After the pee test, went back to like the main room, and then from there we did hearing. They put us in a room. It was like 6 of us. Put headphones on. I'm pretty sure we've all done this at the doctors. We used to do this in school. These noise canceling headphones where a little dot rings and you gotta press a little button, and if you hear the noise, then you press the button. You don't hear the noise, you don't press the button. So you're sitting there until everybody else finishes. So once everybody finishes, then you're done. So you're kind of left there like, am I done? So after that hearing test, they let you know if you passed or failed, and then from there we went to do vision. They test you on depth perception. They make you cover one eye at a time. I don't remember if they did the little puff in the eye thing. For those that have glasses, you know what I'm talking about. Pretty simple, just like an eye doctor. And then from there, we waited in a room with a bunch of chairs. They had a TV in front of us. Because I was one of the first to finish, I was just sitting there by myself. And then as time went on, you started seeing people in my same situation with their name tags getting chalked off because they've already completed the majority of everything. And there we're pretty much waiting for the doctors to come take us back, and we're just sitting there, and then the doctor calls us and they're like, we're ready to see you. And lucky for me, I got a girl doctor. There was 2 doctors. There was a girl doctor, and then there was this old dude. She was cool. She just said, get in your boxers, and then she's gonna check everything. Now's the time where they told you to take your boxes off and squat. That's to check if your spine is good. It's super quick. They're not poking around. A lot of people make it worse than it's actually gonna be. If you get a good doctor like me, it's not as bad. And after the physical, they had us sit in the same waiting room where everyone else was starting to accumulate in because everyone was starting to get everything checked off and they just needed that physical. From there, I waited for another hour because I didn't know this, but I needed to get an asthma waiver. Anybody with a waiver, be prepared to wait a little bit longer, if not come back the next day type of thing, because if they don't know that you need a waiver, they gotta make the waiver. In my case, because the doctor was new, they gotta confirm it with another doctor that's been there for some time. After that, everyone started leaving. I was still waiting there because I was waiting for my waiver, but they actually told me to come back another day to finish my oath. Unfortunate. Everyone else though, they were fine. In my case, I had to come back another day. That other day was actually yesterday, so February 5th. It's the 6th today. I didn't have to do the same physical process. I got there at 8:30. It was a little bit smaller this time. There was like another 20 people there that had to do the same thing. They told me to wait in the same waiting room that we were waiting in last time. Took me there, did my fingerprints, another 2 hours. So we ended up grabbing some lunch, going back to the waiting room, and then from there it was around 11. And we went to the swearing room. We watched it was like a cool 5-minute video. This ex-military dude was presenting it. He's like, you're gonna want to stand like this, and this. Then he took us to the room. And then I swore in from there. That was pretty much it. Okay, you're free to go home. I went home. It was around 11:15. Super quick. If you're nervous about MEPS, don't be. It's a lot of like-minded people. You're gonna meet some people that are younger than you, older than you, people of all different races, ethnicities, that have already gone to college, that are coming out and want to become an officer, other branches, and they're talking about what they want to do. It's super quick, not intimidating. It's not bad at all. That was pretty much my MEPS experience. And if you guys have any questions or video ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm gonna make more videos on this in the future. This is my Instagram. I'm gonna leave it up on the screen right here. Follow me. This is where you guys are gonna see the most recent updates on my life, gym content, military, business, real estate, stocks, everything. That's what I'm interested in. Appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated on my military journey. Peace.